Okay, so this is the same sheet that we were working yesterday. Let me add one more sheet, and uh, for just to have few sheets here, because ultimately I want to create a dashboard. So I want to have some graph. Okay, so as I said, how to create some graph, you select sales by volume and flat flat index. Okay, so if I select two, if I go, it says to have scatter plot. Okay, so I'll create a scatter plot. Okay, so this is volume scatter plot, and there has to be something, okay, on x-axis which will make it uh, make it show us the discrete value, right? So I'm going to say attribute here, and if I can show attribute here, so this is the so this is your attribute here. Okay, so instead, okay, uh, if I say wait, okay, so now we got all the values here, right? So I put it as okay, so you can see. So is there any trend that you see from this graph? No, right? I don't see any trend, right? It's all equally distributed. So you cannot say there is a trend between flat index or sales volume, right? Um, okay, so yes, fine. So now let's go and select a different data source. So I'm going to go to data, new data source, and I'm going to text file. Okay, I'll select this one itself. Okay. No, I think such a wrong file. Sorry. Data, new data. Tableau resources. So maybe I've already selected it. Let's go to, it was F, right? Okay, just see. Let me see where the file has gone. Okay. Okay, that is an Excel file. That's why it's not saying. Sorry. Yeah. I think it's a CSV file. So it's an Excel file. So if I go and say data, new data source, Excel file. Yeah. Yeah, this source data. This is what I wanted. So this one has stores. Okay. This one,
Until your screen got stuck.
right? Now you can see?
Yes.
Okay. So so this has a sheet. Okay, that sheet has a tab called stores. Okay, I've already shared the sheet with you. It is uploaded to GitHub. You should be able to see it in the GitHub. So this has a sheet called stores, and if you want to see the data here, okay, so it has business entity ID. So it's an ID. Then you have budget, the name, right? Name of the store, address. Okay. Now you see here couple of things. ID is number. Fine. What is the type of name? Name is
Type of name is string.
correct. So
That's
obviously
what you're
it's string,
asking.
right? And address one and address type, address line, line two is also string. What is
String.
but what is notice about city? That
City
is
is also string.
no.
No.
See this here. Map.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It is this string, but it is geographic. Okay. So these
Okay.
are predefined when you name your file, when you name your column, rather, when you name your column these, one of these, okay, airport, yeah, zip code, or your country, okay, county, state, province. These are some of the keywords which has a predefined meaning for geographic code. So the name, the moment you say airport, okay, or city or country, it will automatically convert that into, as a geographic code. Okay. Otherwise, you can create your own code also. You can change it just like we can change. Okay. But here it knows it's geography because when we select it, the map will get active immediately, right? So we can plot city. Okay. You can plot this postal code also. Okay. Country, you have country here, you have sales. Okay. And then again, stores, revenue and sale, things like that. This is very specific to the store. No. Now we'll go to sheet. Okay. Yeah, we are here. And now let me take country. Okay. Uh, I have not selected, right? And to select, I think I have not selected. Yeah, HP admin is still here. So I'll just remove it and instead get stores here. Okay. So this data is gone. This data is gone. Why? Because we have removed HP admins. So this data has become inaccessible. Okay. And when you bring it back, okay, I take out this and bring HP admins here. Okay. You have all this graph here. So I'm going to save it and I say new. Okay. So obviously I'll say new here. Okay. Let it come up. And meanwhile, I'll go to the old one and I'll say save to, okay, and I'll call it HP admins. Okay, it's saving all of them. Fine. It's also good to save that. Okay, you can write, you can take a couple of examples. Okay, create good sheets and graphs and dashboards and upload it, and you can put that in your resume also that this is my public uh, profile or something like that. Okay, that's a good idea. Now I'm here. Okay. Now, as I said, I'll go to data. I'll go to new sheet, Excel, and this is the one that I want. The same source file, but this time I'll be selecting different tab. Okay, and select city tab. Yeah. Where is stores? Yes, stores. So select store. I come here. Okay. Now you see. Okay. What all things can you do? So you see here city. You see internet, name, code. You have annual revenue, annual sales, number of employees. Okay. Now I want to see if the number of employees versus sales. Okay. 1 second. Can you give me a minute? I'll just be back. Perfect. Okay, so so see here, based on the city and the zip code, okay, it has generated latitude and longitude. You see this? Because we have given zip code and city and country, right? Based on that, it has generated the longitude, latitude. We'll see it in next slide. I want to show you annual revenue and number of employees. So if you have these, okay, then okay, um, okay, so so see, if number of employees, sale, okay, so as number of employee increases, sale also increases, right? Okay. Now we'll come about latitude and longitude. If you select this, so see which graph is active. Only symbol maps
Maps.
are active. Only so there are two maps here. You see here maps and symbol map. Symbol
Okay.
map is only for symbol. Okay, there is no information that you can see. Now this talks about all the, so it needs one geolocation. We have it, but if you go to map, it needs 0 to 2 measure maximum, but maps needs, okay, any number of dimensions or only one measure. So if you go and click here or you drag here, okay, okay, so longitude and latitude, okay, so now you see all the countries have been marked here, right? Now if you want to go, you can double click, you can drag, you see the plus minus, okay, you can drag, you can zoom in, zoom out, okay, you can have this pin, okay, and okay, you want to search for a certain country. So you see this here, search button, okay. So here you click and let's say you type South Africa, let's say. So see, it's giving suggestions. So these are the areas which is there. South Africa, South America, South Honduras. I click on South Africa. It'll take you to South Africa. Did it take us South Africa? Yeah, here. Okay. So it has given us only that particular view, right? Okay. Now we'll go and let's say we add city to it, or we'll add, okay. So it created multiple cities. So instead we'll put city here. Okay. So see, cities have been, now I'll put cities and color, right? Okay. These are the cities that has been marked, right? Now I go and I edit here. Okay. I'll say title and format, edit colors, right? And I use this one. I select this, assign palette. Yes. Apply. Okay. Right. Okay. So this was our symbol graph, right? This is just symbol map. Now let's go and see what happens when we select the other one. So I'm going to select city and let's say square feet store. So if I select city and square feet store, these are the graphs which is possible. So it is possible to have pie chart also. City pie chart will be too big, right? Country and pie chart can still square feet can still look better. So if I say square feet and country, let's say, I'll remove city, and then I click here. So this looks even better, right? You have more countries, and so okay. So this tells you that number of square feet per country. Okay.
Swapnil, can this be bigger
Yeah.
picture?
Yes.
Oh,
Right. So width, height, entire view. So yeah, with view you are able to see, right? And now let's say if I put country on label, so you are able to see the country on the label, right? You want to give
yeah.
okay. So now you have all the countries here. Now if you talk about like we were planning to do country and let's say number of employees or square feet. Okay, same thing we'll do, but this time we'll do on the graph here. So see, the countries have been marked. So countries which are marked have the values here. Okay, and what it has done is it has also marked based on the it has shaded, right? Same blue color shade it has done by default. So dark blue represents more number of stores than the light blue. And okay, now if you go back to show me here, okay, you can change the color, right? You can always use, uh, let's say you want to use orange gold, apply, it became orange gold, right? And now you want to add cities also on top of it, let's say, okay? So you see the cities here, right? It has added cities. So this city, it has the maximum number of square feet of store. This has this one, right? You can focus on one country. You can say United States. Okay. Now it's showing you only the United States portion. Okay. Right. Um, what else you want to see? So let's say another tab will give this time annual sales and country. Okay, and we'll again open this one. Okay, so this is based on sales now. That was based on square feet and sales. And we can again change the color. Okay, edit colors. And see, this is minimum value, this is maximum value, right? So this will tell you how it will move from red to green. Okay, you can use full color range, apply. So full color range, it will try to give maximum color to the places. Okay, so now you see this is probably the lowest 642 and this is highest, right? Green is highest, red is lowest, and this will be somewhere in between. Okay, so it depends upon the data that you have, it will try to give you. And of course you can do zoom in, zoom out, right? So there is no stores here, so that's why it's not showing all this. Then if you want to do city, you can add city, but problem here is we have annual sales here, right? So if you add city, what will happen? Okay, each city in the same country will be of same color. Okay, no, we have city in different columns, so there's revenue per city also. So now total, it was total sum of the revenue per country. Now it is some of the revenue per city. Okay, you are calculating revenue per city now. Okay, so this is how you can use. Okay, uh, if you want to forecast, right, you can even do forecast, right? So you go to analytics. Okay, you can create cluster. Now cluster is created based on similar matching data. Okay, so if you want to, so if we come here, right, now you can look at the median with quartiles or box plot. Okay, what does box plot will do? Box plot will create based on the entire data set. So this is the data set, right? And it has created a box plot based on the data, single data. So it tells you this is the lowest value, this is the highest value, and this is where your medians are, right? This is the medium number of data. So you can remove it back again. So fine. Now we'll go and create a dashboard. Okay. And dashboard has automatically added all the 5 sheets that you have. Okay. So you can drop sheet here, you can drop sheet here, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4. Now you adjust it. Okay. So you can adjust the sheet based on make it in presentable format. Okay. So let me first handle one by one. Okay. So so this is your sheet 1, right? You want to expand it and then you go to sheet 1, you can see the data. In the new dashboard, okay, you have the sheet here, and then I've moved it to this side. Now let's say I want to display sheet 3 here. Okay, so you add sheet 3. So you got sheet 3. Okay, now if you want to create a vertical, you can create a vertical here. Okay, so now you have one slot here. And now here you want to put sheet 4, you can drop a sheet 4 here, right? So you can see sheet 4, you can change the way you want to view it. Okay, now you want to go to another here, right? So we were here. Now it created one more slide here. Now if you come here and you create horizontal here, you create one more horizontal bar here. Okay, now you want to add a sheet. Let's say we add a sheet 1. You can add sheet 1. Okay, so now this is a dashboard with 3 sheet data here. Okay, now let's say I keep floating. Floating would mean that you can move them anywhere. Okay, it becomes floating. So see, it started moving. It'll adjust it accordingly, right? Now, if you want to add title, you can add dashboard title here, right? Okay. Now you go and add text. Okay. So dashboard 1. Okay. So that's the text, and you can put it here. Now you want to add an image. So you have image here. So you can add an image. Okay. So I'll go and add image, and image, you can link an image to the online stuff. You can insert an image from your file. You can use an URL also. Okay. So let's say I go and I say here google.com. Okay, http:// and I'll go here. 1 second. I'll go and create here Google logo, right? You can see this thing, right? Sheet, Google logo.
Yes, Swapna.
So I go here and I copy the link address. Now I go to this and link to image. I give the URL. I say apply. Okay, right? So maybe the link has not come. Okay, so let me um, um, copy image, copy link address. Let me try to print it here. Okay, this is the page. We need the image link. Okay, let's see if this has directly. It should open the logo, right? Save link as copy. Okay, so this is actually the link. Okay, so if I go and I print this link, you get this logo here, right? Now, if I go here and I give that logo here, apply. Okay, so image, whatever, like, or I can upload it from my file, right? Now, when you play this, so this is the full screen. Now you see the image. Where is image? Let's go back, and image is not appearing. That's why it has removed it. Okay. Um, now, um, let me add an image. Okay. Well, let me add an image. So I'm going to say image, and I'm going to edit. Okay, insert image. I'll choose image from my folder, and let's say I chose this image from my local file, and edit image, and I go and I give google.com, right? Okay, apply. Now when I play it, you get, and you see this appearing this link here. I can click and I can open it. So you can open this link, google.com link open, right? So this is how you can do it, right? Okay, so this is how it would appear on your phone. What is the size of this phone? You see here the size, minimum 420 to 560 to 615 to 860. So when you create a dashboard, you can choose the size of the dashboard, right? Now, if you can change it, right? I can say minimum and maximum, right? Let's say I remove minimum, okay? I only give this particular fixed size, okay? Now, I want to increase the width, so you can keep increasing the width, right? So depending upon where do you want to see finally, right? You can change the width. Not always you'll be watching it on computer, isn't it? Okay, you can change it. If you want to create a blank, the blank tab, you can add whatever you want. Okay, so remove it. So we have seen horizontal, vertical. We have seen text. We have seen image. We can even have a web page here. Okay, so let's say you put a web page here, and here I want the web page to appear. So I'm going to say here, say HTTP pw. Okay. So this will, it's going to fetch and open the, see, this is showing the web page. So you can add web page, you can add image. All these things can be done only on the dashboard. Okay, not on the sheet. Because sheet is for your data analysis, where you're putting all your data here. Okay. So you're putting data, and in the dashboard you have a lot more options. You can choose which sheet you want, you can choose the layout, you can choose, like if you come here and if I go and click vertical here, right, it's going to create vertical link here, right? Because I said floating, right? So that's why it's creating anywhere. We can always drag and drop and paste it here. Okay, that's the thing. In float you have a choice of formatting. You can drag and easily drop here. So now I can have my graph here. This one I can move it to the next. So you can keep dragging and dropping and moving it. Okay. So obviously, I'm trying to adjust too many things here, right? That's why it looks all odd. But if you have, um, okay, so let's say I create a new dashboard and here I add, okay, done. Now I go and create horizontal graph. Okay. So this is one. Again, I create horizontal one. Another one, right? Another one, probably no. So what I'll do is I'll create one. So before you actually do it, right, you need to understand what you want to do, right? Okay. So then I'll create one vertical here. Okay. So I'm going to save this. Maybe take to here. Okay. So, so this is the real, exact way. First, I wanted to show you how to drop and see how things appear, but you design your dashboard. Okay. Let's say you want to reduce the height. You can reduce the height here. Okay. Um, okay. Or you want to increase your height. You can increase your height. Reduce your width. Increase your width. Okay. So this is done. Now you can start doing whatever, right? So I want sheet 1 here. You can put sheet 1 in this frame. Okay. Or if you want to drop here, so see, it says hold shift to drop floating object into this gun. So shift and okay, sheet 4. Right? So you get sheet 4 here. Okay. Sheet 6 here. Um, image here. Okay. Yes. The same process. You have to select the image and you can link it. Okay. So you can create a proper dashboard and when you want to view it. So this is how you view it, full screen mode. Okay. And then you can, each of this sheet is now like individual sheet. You can access it, you can move it. Okay. You can see what data it is, you can move it around. Okay. This is interactive. Okay. So this is how you put everything together, right? And you create multiple dashboard. Now, what we are not doing is publish. Publish is when this is all on your machine, right? So what I'm doing is I'm publishing it to the public here. Okay. So instead of publishing it to public, if you have a licensed version, you can publish it to your server. And then people will be able to see it. Okay.
Yes, Swapna.
So yes, with that we finished our um, Tableau. Any questions so far? Okay. So see, the basic is what we did earlier, right? How to draw different plots, what each of those plot means. This is only to show, right? And how do you show in a best possible manner?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Swapnil.
Yes.
All the
So
fields are done, I think,
yes,
which you
and
showed
there is
yesterday.
correct. And then there is a story here. Okay. Now, difference between story and sheet and dashboard is sheet is individual plots, correct? And your dashboard is collection of those multiple these things. Now, story is collection of sheet and dashboard, and it will tell you a story. Okay, it's not about visualization. Okay, it is about when you have multiple things you want to show. Okay, so you can show them here. So um, again, you can change the size here. You can change the layout here, right? Um, okay. So you have see caption one. This is one sheet. This is another. Okay. Now after this, I want to show dashboard. So I'll say dashboard. So third comes dashboard, right? And now when you play it, see you have story one. Okay. So you can move around and see. So basically you are okay. You're putting multiple things together to tell a story. It's like present slide deck.
Uh, yeah, it's a PPT kind of.
Time. Yes. So, I mean, main thing is your sheet only where all your skills will be used. And then dashboard is putting them together and story is presenting them together. Okay.
Yes, Swapnil.
So we have seen how to how to create a folder, how to rename, how to use. So this marks is important. Color, size, label, detail, tooltip. Then we have seen filter, how to add filter, right? If I put a filter on country here, right? Then you can select which country to select, right? I don't want Australia. So, you just remove Australia from here. So you don't have any Australia. Okay. Then we know what is columns and rows, dimensions and measures, discrete. Okay. Analysis we have used. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now in this version, okay, when I say data source, okay, you have only few data source, which is there here. But in the licensed version, we'll have many types of source. You can connect to almost anything. You can connect to Oracle, SQL Server, and when we do Power BI, you can actually see Power BI in free version also. It allows us to connect to multiple sources. Okay, so one thing that we have not seen how to connect to various sources. Okay, but just like we connect here, you can connect to that source. Okay, in Power BI also we'll see. Okay, how to connect. In fact, Power BI we created the SQL Server database. Remember, we'll use Power BI to connect to the same SQL Server database and perform some analysis on that. Okay,
Okay.
So yes, there are many data. The one that you see here, we just did what? HP admins and stores maybe. So you have all the other things. We have GDP. GDP also I think has how to remove stores, right? Yeah. Let's see what columns GDP has. GDP also has country, I guess. Year, figure. Mm. So data preview is not available. Okay, no problem. You have country specific data also, Afghanistan specific data. So, customer specific data. So try to play with these, try to create, different types of graph that we have seen before. So, yeah. So we'll